When we first started Venrate.com and set out on a mission to make the world's best financial calculators and planning tools, one of the biggest reasons and inspirations for us was the fact that the financial industry at large has everything to gain and nothing to lose from you being financially illiterate. They profit off of your ignorance, and the best way that you can protect yourself against this is by not being ignorant and arming yourself with the financial knowledge that you need to live a fulfilling life. When you go to the car dealership, apply for a credit card, or even when you finance an appliance from Best Buy, you are almost always quoted a rate in terms of APY, annual percentage yield. And I hate APY for a lot of reasons, and I'll get into that. It might be a personal thing, but I don't think it has any reason to exist. APY is a measurement of interest rates that does not take into account the effects of compounding. I think most of us know what this is, right? Compound interest, you make interest on your interest, or if you're in debt, you accrue debt on your debt. APY pretends that doesn't exist at all. Let's say that you're accruing interest at a rate of 12% per year. That's your APY. Now, it stands to reason that would mean that you're accruing interest at a rate of 1% per month. But those two things are not the same. When debt compounds, the math behind it is you multiply the balance times 1 plus the interest rate. So if you're accruing interest at 1% per month, you would multiply your balance by 1.01. Now, if you did that every month for a year, you take your beginning balance and do times 1.01 times 1.01 times 1.01 12 times. Or in other words, times 1.01 to the power of 12. Now, of course, that would get you an interest rate higher than 12% per year. Of course, that's the effect of compounding. If you have a 12% APY compounded monthly, that's the same as a 12.68% effective annual rate. I'm not sure if you can see that there, but that's if you compound monthly. Is there anything you can think of that's compounded more often than monthly? Credit cards are compounded daily. I'm surprised at how many people don't know that, but it's true. Not to mention, credit cards have some of the highest interest rates of any other debt instrument in the world. If you have a credit card with a 20% annual percentage yield, which is totally not unreasonable in the world of credit cards, if anything, I think that's probably on the lower end, that gets you to an effective rate when compounded daily of 22.133%. And I know a lot of people are going to look at that and say, oh, that's 2%, that's not that much more. That's 10% more. That's 10% more that the credit card companies are pulling right out of your pocket without most people even realizing that that's happening. And the importance of the difference between APR and EAR goes far beyond the world of debt. If you're making some investment projections over a long period of time, I find that a lot of people calculate using what amount or what percentage of their paycheck they're going to contribute. And most people usually get about 24 paychecks per year. So if you're saying, oh, I'm going to invest and I want to get a 10% rate of return, and you're just dividing it by 24, that's not fair, right? That's going to get you a way higher return because of the effects of compounding that are not actually present. They're present in investing, but you're manifesting it in a way that is not accurate to reality. You can measure investments as being compounded continuously, or you can measure investments compounding annually using an effective rate, but you can't take the effective rate and just divide it by 24 because you're going to add in these compounding effects that are not actually present. What you can do, though, is add 1 to your rate and then take the 24th root of it and then subtract 1 back out. The only reason that I can think of as to why people tend to think in terms of APR is because it's easier to just take the rate and divide it by 12 than it is to take the 12th root of 1 plus the rate and then subtract 1 back out. Even though that is leagues more accurate to reality, I think it's just easier for people to just say, divide by 12 and that's close enough. But in my opinion, it's not close enough, and that shouldn't be close enough for you either. Thank you for watching Venrate on YouTube. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out Venrate.com for the world's best financial calculators and planning tools. Also, be sure to check a link in the description to get access to this little spreadsheet that I put together to help you understand the difference in the distinction between APR and EAR. You can play around with the numbers to your heart's content. Just save a copy to your own Google Drive. Say bye!